subscribe if you aren't a pussy.
Oh, hey Alan, what's up?
Yeah, I have some bad news about Commando.
What do you mean by bad?
Well, let's just say at the moment, he's a little more than we can handle.
Okay, Commando, what the hell did you do this time, and what the fuck is that?
I can explain.
Don't bother, let me guess. Mirror pool?
Yep.
And how many times did you jump into the mirror pool?
I have done nothing but jump into the mirror pool for 3 days.
Oh, Jesus. How did too many Pinkie Pies handle this? The episode begins with Twilight making abominations of nature as Pinkie Pie runs up and tries to see what she's doing and wants to join in. But then Rarity shows up to show that she's been doing fun things without Pinkie Pie. Then Pinkie Pie comes to a revelation. Her friends do things without her. Wait a minute. Pinkie, do you not realize that your friends have lives? Are you so vain that it can't even cross your mind to think that your friends can actually do things without you?
I don't think it's so much that she doesn't think that, but rather she's never had to face a situation where she has to choose between 2 fun things between her friends.
I highly doubt that to be the case. If that were the case, then she would have run into this problem a long time ago, since she's friends with half a freaking Ponyville. So, Pinkie Pie tries to solve the problem in a Pinkie Pie-like manner, so she wouldn't have to choose between her 2 friends. Twilight then drops a comment about her not being able to be in 2 places at once, and this gets Pinkie's brain a-ticking, and realizes she can be in 2 places at once, through the power of the magical mirror pool. What? So yeah, this little gem just plops right the frick out of nowhere. So Pinkie Pie uses this pool in order to create an exact clone of herself. Well, maybe not exactly. For you see, this new clone of Pinkie has even more ADD than even the original Pinkie. This magical pool's powers are far too great for this mortal world. It must be destroyed! So, by my understanding of Pinkie's plan, her plan is to get her clone to do the fun things with Applejack while she has fun with Rainbow Dash, and then both will regale the stories of what happened to each other. But things go sour when the clone of Pinkie Pie runs into something else that could be perceived as fun by Fluttershy. So the 2 of them make a few more clones. And then those clones make more clones. And then those clones make more clones, and oh crap. Oh no, at this rate Pinkie Pie will create more Pinkie Pies, and then they'll be able to take over all of Equestria. Equestria's going to war? Saddle up everybody! We're going to defend Equestria! Hurrah!
What that one said.
So with so many Pinkie Pie running rampant and unchecked, it causes the townspony crazy. So they all go to Twilight in order to figure out the way to solve this problem, which Spikes discovers secret passage number 75, which reveals the secret of how to getting rid of the Pinkie Pie clones. But they have to be careful, because they could send the real Pinkie Pie into the mirror pool as well. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm gonna pause things right here and point something out for everybody. Twilight has had a spell that could send people or ponies she desires into the mirror pool, regardless of if they were actually created there or not. Now, we've all questioned the questionability that is morality-altering spells and mind control spells, but how has nobody called her out on this before? I mean, with all the threats that Equestria faces on a daily basis, she could just be, oh, Tyrek is attacking? Zap. The Pony of Shadows has returned? Zap. Starlight Glimmer is trying to force ponies into a brainwashed cult? Well, you get the idea. So they come up with a deceptively simple plan to capture the real Pinkie Pie and send all the rest of the clones back into the mirror pool, by having them do a test. Now this sounds interesting. After all, it was stated earlier that they had problems remembering all the names, and Pinkie Pie has no problem remembering every pony's name. So, what's the test gonna be?
We'll be watching paint dry.
That is literally the dumbest thing you could have possibly have thought up for a test. This test is so dumb and risky. Come on, Twily, I know you're better than this kind of plan. It is too insanely risky. What if you hit the wrong Pinkie Pie by mistake? You're not exactly not being trigger happy with this. I have a feeling that you've been wanting an excuse to destroy Pinkie Pie in the worst way possible after this. And this only confirms it. I mean, I know it works out in the end, but what if you didn't? What if you miss? What if you hit her by mistake? This is just so dumb! Okay, so they managed to get the real Pinkie Pie in the end. She learns a lesson about having to pick and choose between her friends from time to time. We all have a laugh in the end, and I'm not the biggest fan of too many Pinkie Pies. Not to say that there weren't some good elements. I did like most of the humor in Pinkie Pie being Pinkie Pie, but a lot of this is just too dumb, even for a Pinkie Pie episode. Especially Twilight's chaotic plan. The fact that we get another magical device that just pops out of nowhere, and Pinkie's the only one who knows about it, and it's just dumb. It's just really dumb. I think the biggest sin, though, is the fact that it doesn't seem like Pinkie Pie has ever faced a situation where she's had to choose between friends. That's the most unbelievable thing in this whole episode. Truly, it is. But, for the most part, I can't really hate this episode. While it wasn't really Season 3's strongest, I don't particularly hate this episode. And I feel like there's something missing. Like, we seem to be forgetting something. Oh crap, there's a stream! And all that water's gotta be going somewhere. That makes me think that there might be more than one mirror pool. And maybe even more than one exit. What if the Pinkie Pie we saw in the Saddle Row review came out that way? Maybe more than one came out that way. Maybe there are several Pinkie Pies still roaming around Equestria. The truth is out there!
Speaking of all the multiplication problems, what are we gonna do about all the different commandos?
Oh, I don't think we have to worry about that.
Why is that?
Well, just as in this episode, the Pinkies seem to only revert to their one basic instinct of joy, I'm assuming that these commandos will resort to their basic instinct.
Hey, quit bumping into me. I ain't bumping into you, you're just marching too slow. Are you calling me a liar? I ain't your mama calling you for dinner. Here, you handsome son of a bitch, I'm gonna pound you until you're black and blue. I'm already—
Pure, unadulterated rage. I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, and I brought you organized chaos.